Going to weekend services is fine, but that's just receiving. And being in a small group makes so much difference because you have that personal connection with individuals and you contribute to their lives and they contribute to yours in a much deeper way than just attending a service.
Hello, my name's Dave Liu, and I've been a Christian for about 50 years. I received Christ at a small Nazarene church out in Eugene, Oregon, and God's been good to me, and I've gone to a bunch of other churches, but about 35 years ago, my wife and I started attending Willow, and we've loved it ever since. We've raised 3 kids through Promised Land, through now student ministries, and now we have 5 grandkids. One of the things about going to Willow is that it's such a big church, and you can go in, sit in the seats, and walk out without ever talking to anybody, but you're not really a part of the church unless you're really talking to people in a small group. I've been in so many different types of small groups here at Willow. I've been in couples groups and men's groups and serving groups and community groups. Went through all of the journey studies together. Now I'm leading a multi-ethnic men's group with 5 guys from Willow and 5 guys from the south side of Chicago. When I first heard about Rooted, I was a little reluctant because it seemed like it was kind of the same old thing. I've seen this, heard it a million times before. It's the same old thing. You know, it's maybe a big commitment for 10 weeks. But then we met with our group life pastor, and she said that it was really fresh, and she was excited about it. And she said most of the staff had gone through it, and that really the leadership's plan was that most of the church would go through it. So we had a chance to be in the pilot, and we decided to do it. Yeah, so my first experience with Rooted was when we got together with a couple of friends, and we started a small group, and we met in each other's homes, and we went and did the daily devotions. That's the part of it. And as I went through the studies, you know, it was about who is God? How does he speak to us? What about the problem of pain? And then we got to chapter 5 about strongholds. And that was really stretching for me because in that chapter you talk about sin and struggling with sin and overcoming sin. And I was a little bit reluctant to go talk about that, but it was a good experience because I took a risk and I opened up, and I found that there was acceptance and support for the things that I struggled with. And that really made a difference in our small group. And we really built community, even though we had known these people in our small group for a while, but we got sharing on a deeper level than we had ever had before. And that was really surprising to me. The thing that was different about Rooted was that it combined your personal devotions with the sharing in your small group and then also a serving opportunity. So you got to know people in a different way, and then also you got into things a little bit deeper than you would if you just had personal devotions. Yeah, so I mean, I could totally understand if somebody's apprehensive. You know, it's maybe a big commitment for 10 weeks, but for a 2.5-month period, you could commit to being a part of a small group. You're going to go much deeper with those people, and there's a lot of benefit from a regularity to the meeting. So if you've been thinking about Rooted or haven't really the experience or the courage to be in a small group, I'd encourage you to take that step because it's really worth it.